guys. Welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for coming. I see a few people who popped over from Sarah's stream. Thanks so much. And Sarah as well came to say hi. Yeah. So I have Hudson with me today. We were actually supposed to stream last weekend, and I had to reschedule. So I'm so happy that we got to do this. Do you want to do a little introduction, Hudson?
Oh gosh, I'm not as good as Sarah's introductions.
No one is.
Oh gosh. Okay. Hi, I'm Hudson, and I make vlogs, and I also like to write. That's my intro.
I love it. So Hudson's information is linked in the description. You should definitely go subscribe to her. And yeah, let us know what you're working on. What are you working on, Hudson?
Everything. I'm working on cleaning the writing room, as well as just last minute plotting and prepping. I think I'm done, but like, you know, you can always find something new. / I might start writing it. Who knows? How about you?
I am actually reading. So I am vlogging a 500-page day of like reading. Yeah. So it's actually a collab with someone, and we were like, well, what's like an equivalent of like a reading 10K day kind of? Because I was like, I'm not doing a 10K day like in writing. So we're trying to figure out what a 10K day would be. And I just like threw out, I was like, well, do you want to try and read like 1,000 together? So I am almost halfway there. I've read 230-ish words. So it's going pretty good, but
nice.
Yeah. Oh, did I just say words? 230 pages.
That's what I thought. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I figured you weren't counting the words on a page, because that would be a little bit neurotic.
That would like take more time than the actual reading.
I told Sarah this, but I read that whole I read the whole first book to Throne of Glass last night for the first time.
Okay. And
I mean, I feel like I need to read the whole series before I give a public review.
So did you read Throne of Glass, or did you read like The Assassin's Blade?
I just did Throne of Glass on the cover.
Because there's like a prequel also.
Okay, didn't know about
that. Good. Okay. Okay, well, I'm excited. It sounds like you like weren't super into it, but
like my issues, as I told Sarah, were literally things that, okay, so my best example of this is I once introduced my friend to Monty Python, and his response was, all this stuff has been done before. And I was like, well, no, because this was the first one to do it. So what you've seen is copycats of it. And so like, I don't know if my issues are, like, my positives and negatives are equal. So it's like that weird in between. But I feel like most of my negatives are things like, if I would have read this in 2013, would this have been an issue?
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's why I want to read the whole series when we get closer to where we are, like, published wise, because I feel like that's mainly the issues, which isn't the book's fault. It's the fact that I've read copycat versions of the book.
Okay. No, it does. It totally does. Yeah, like I agree with that for sure. Like this is like the first book that I've read of this kind of like type, I guess, like not YA fantasy, obviously, but the whole like assassin thing. So like I was like really into it but yeah, if I had like read a similar book or series that like did kind of the same tropes and stuff, I probably wouldn't like it as much. So
yeah, so that's why, but I've heard from everyone the first book is just really tropey. So like you have to like get past that. So that's why I don't really want to give like a full-on public review, because I'm like, that's not fair for what my issues are currently.
That's fair. Yes, I would definitely encourage you to continue. But I mean, I'm a little bit biased, so but yeah, I'm reading Tower of Dawn right now, which is like book 7.
Okay. This is the thing that confuses me, and not due to the story.
Yeah.
Just the whole fact that there are 8 books in the series. I don't understand how there can be any series that are 8 books. about the same thing. Like Chronicles of Narnia at least had like different stories within the same world.
Mm-hmm.
That's the part where I'm just confused about, where I need to read this. How are there 8 books that size of what you just picked up?
Yeah, well, this is quite a large one. So, I mean, like the first few are smaller, the first like 3 or 4, and then they get very chunky at the end. But the last book is like almost 1,000 pages. But here's the thing, like I'm like so in love with the story and the characters that like I cannot get enough. Like I am like, give me more. This is not enough. Like I'm gonna cry when I finish this 8th book because I don't want it to end. So
That's like me with my favorite authors, because they're all dead, and I'm like, whenever I'm reading their book, I'm like, oh no.
yeah.
That's why, like, I mean, I'm obsessed with Jane Austen, but I purposefully haven't read all her books.
Yeah.
Because
fair.
I'm like, once I read that last one, there's no new material.
Yeah.
Mark Twain, who publishes a book 100 years after they die. Like,
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I am like not into classics, and like maybe it's for the best because then I don't have to experience that heartbreak.
yeah, I feel like classics are like a give and take for people. Like, a few of my friends like do not understand the appeal, and I'm like, that's fine. I won't have to fight you for the nice books.
I've like always been like that too. Like I feel like it's very hit or miss. Like there's no like in between. It's not like, yeah, I can pick up a classic. It's like you either like love it or like you don't ever read them.
Yeah, it's I blame schools for that mainly, because I feel like schools just teach how to read a classic wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, but that's a whole other rant. Sorry, I can go for hours.
Yeah, it's definitely, I'm one of those people who is just like, I've tried to, and I just like can't get into it, and like I want to, but I'm just like, but
I mean, if you like this, the only author I can think of would be Dumas.
Oh, okay.
Three Musketeers, and because they're like assassin-ish,
Yeah.
I mean, he needed an editor, but like the storyline is incredible. Just like there are 4 pages describing a rug, and I'm like, you do not need this, but
wow. Okay. I mean, fair.
So yeah, book on tape. Always do book on tape. But yeah, I love Alexandre Dumas. But if you're not used to that era of just over descriptive writing, then book on tape. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to try it out for sure, because like that's something that I've been like talking about trying to get into and failing. But let's just go through the comments here. Lizzie is here. Hello. Alice is here. Megan is here. Sarah popped in to say hi. And Alice is working on getting her life together for tomorrow. Oh yeah, Nano tomorrow. Oh yeah, my gosh. My writing self is ready, but every other part of me is not. And Megan said she loves Alexandra Dumas. Is that?
Yeah, Alexandre Dumas. I knew Megan would. I'm Megan. What's the name of his most famous? The one with the big nose. I am forgetting. But that one, no, like that's the whole, like, that's one of his plights, that he has this huge nose that makes him ugly. But I think you would love it. I think that's the one out of all of his books. It's his most famous one, and I cannot believe I'm forgetting it. I want to say The Mystery of Udolpho, but that was written by Anne Radcliffe, so like that's incorrect. But it doesn't matter. I'll think of it, and then I'll tell you.
It'll come to you when you least expect it. Like,
yes.
You'll be like making supper or something. You're just gonna be like, oh. That like always happens to me. Oh, the one with the big nose is
Serrano de Berg. Is it? I mean, I believe her so much more than my own brain. Yeah. Did I get them confused? Which book am I getting confused with? Hold on, I have to look this up. He wrote, oh, do you know, I'm getting it confused with the Count of Monte Cristo.
That's one that I know.
I don't know why I got those two confused. They're, okay. Thank you, Megan. Thank you for just being there for me.
Kat is here too. Hello. Let us know. What do you want to do for a first sprint? It can be long, it can be shorter, whatever you guys want. Drop some times in the comments. I love your beanie, Hudson. It's so cute.
Oh, thank you. It was my friend's.
And did you steal it?
No, I was given it.
Okay.
But due to that, but this was like a beanie sold in the early 2000s, and they don't make beanies like this anymore.
No, they don't. I know. It's adorable. They don't. They just make toques now. Like, it's all toques.
Mm-hmm.
You guys don't call them that in the States.
No, but I learned from the first live stream you guys did with Diane, because that's how I found all you guys.
Yeah.
And you guys were explaining them. I was like, oh, makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. So for anyone in the comments who's wondering, oh my God, Diane just came in the comments right when you so hello.
I love Diane.
I know, me too. But yeah, like for me, a beanie would be something like what you're wearing, right? With like it's like not very structured, but like when I say toque, like it's like a thing with a pom-pom kind of, like doesn't have to have a pom-pom, but like,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But yeah, so if anyone in the comments is wondering, it's toque season here now though, because it's getting cold. I have a Ravenclaw toque that my parents got me in Disney World, and like I just like love it so much.
Oh, I'm also a Ravenclaw.
I love it. Oh my gosh, twins.
Yes, I actually the first time I took the test got Slytherin.
So did I.
And then I retook it, not on purpose. It just lost my info, so I had to retake it. And they were like, "Oh no, you're like 100% a Ravenclaw," and I'm like,
"Oh my gosh, okay." I did the exact same thing. So I used to have like a Pottermore account, like when I was, I don't know. Yeah, and then did they like move the website or something? I can't remember. And then I had to retake it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Either way, both colors work for me. So like, we got this.
Yeah. I'm like kind of fine with either, but like I definitely internally I feel like more of a Ravenclaw.
I feel closer to Luna than I do to like, let's say Sirius Black or Harry, because they were originally Slytherins.
Right.
So I'm going with Ravenclaw.
Okay. So sometimes people say, like, I've heard that people have said about Harry, like he should have been a Ravenclaw, and then there's these like jokes, and it's like for everybody who says that Harry should have been a Ravenclaw, and they play that scene where Seamus is trying to turn that glass of water into rum, and he literally like outright says it, and then Harry's like, "What Seamus trying to do to that glass of water?" And then Ron's like, "Turn it to rum."
Oh gosh, yeah, no.
So much. Like he's just so dumb. Like
he's heroic, and that's all Harry is.
Yeah.
That's all. He's not very cunning. That's why he couldn't have been a Slytherin. Hermione could have been a Ravenclaw. Probably Slytherin. Both work.
She's only interested in you because she thinks you're the chosen one. But I am the chosen one. Okay. Well, on that note, maybe we should start a sprint. I see some 15 minutes in here. Do you want to do 15 minutes?
I love 15 minutes.
Okay. I feel like this is a good time to remind you all that if you want to go ahead and give this sprint a thumbs up, we love that. And if you want to go ahead and subscribe to me and Hudson, if you're not, go ahead and do that too if you want to see more content from us, because we like having more friends.
Yes.
I do. I shouldn't speak for Hudson.
Oh, no, I love having friends. I just disappear, but I love having them.
I just disappear. I disappeared last week. I just like fell off the face of the earth. So
I disappeared these past 2 days. Like thankfully, like things were scheduled to post out, but I was like Friday and Wednesday through Friday, so I guess that's 3 days, I was like non-existent to the world.
That's fair. I feel that. That's okay once in a while. I mean, you know, as long as everything's all good, then okay. Well, we will start very shortly for this 15-minute sprint. Everybody, good luck. I hope you get all the words, and we will see you in 15. Okay, so that's the end of sprint number 1. How did you guys do? Let us know in the comments. I see Gio popped in for a sec. Thanks for saying hi. And Diane was saying that she's never taken the test to see what house she's in. I think that she would be like a Hufflepuff.
I mean,
what do you think, Hudson?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with Hufflepuffs, but I know people think that. Like, both of my sisters are Hufflepuffs, and my cousin.
I just always associate it with like just like chill and like kind of just like light, like a light personality. Like I feel like Luna.
No, I think she
should have been a
Ravenclaw.
Hufflepuff. Well, you know, I'm not disagreeing that like I'm not saying that like it was bad that she was in Ravenclaw, but I definitely would if I had to like guess without knowing.
Well, like this is what I liked about Luna being in Ravenclaw. I mean, who knows if the author, who is now dead, thought this far in advance, but I saw it as like intelligence is more than just like the like in a book, because I feel like Luna Lovegood was very intelligent, but in a different way than like she was book smart, but not like the typical root book smart.
You're right. I feel like she was very introspective and like, yeah. You're right. That's fair.
I will say she was a really good friend.
Mm-hmm.
What stood out for me where I was like, she's not a Hufflepuff, is that Hufflepuffs were very outwardly good friends. Like everyone loved being their friend. Like Cedric Diggory, super popular. I feel like most Hufflepuffs were actually very popular, but since we're talking Gryffindor's perspective, we didn't really see that.
That's true.
Whereas Luna Lovegood didn't really have friends. And the friends that she did have, she loved. And remember, like, her bedroom with, like, the big pictures, but yet none of them actually knew how much they meant to her.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's such a typical, like, Ravenclaw stereotype of, like, you love these people, but you're so analytical that you don't know how to show, like, you're a thinker more than a feeler. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I feel like Hufflepuffs are, like, really in touch with their emotions and are very loving. I don't know. Most people in my life are Hufflepuffs, and like they're an extremely incredible, like in your face type of friend. Not like I am getting in your personal space, but like I know you're my friend. There's no second guessing it. With a Ravenclaw, you're like, do you like me? Why are you so awkward?
I love that so much. That is like the best description, though. Oh, what are you eating over there? It looks good. I love food.
I'm having applesauce.
Oh.
Tofu scramble. And I was eating crackers, which is why I turned off my camera, because I hate eating on camera, but I'm starving. And then I'm having clementine or a mandarin.
I love those. They're so cute. Like, is there even a cuter food than that? Like, I don't think so.
No, I don't think there is a cuter food.
Like, anything mini is just like, you know how like, so we went to a hotel, like not recently, this is probably like a year ago now, and when we ordered room service, they gave us these like mini glass jar bottle things of like ketchup, and I said that really weird, ketchup and mustard.
I was like, oh, ketchup person?
No, I literally just can't talk. And it was literally the cutest thing, and I was just obsessed. But anyways. Megan was watching AuthorTube karaoke. Nice.
Oh, that would terrify me, to be honest.
I know. Gosh. Yeah. 368 words of an assignment. Oh my gosh, you forgot you had the stream open. Yes, I'm sorry. The timer is quite abrasive. Gio asked, what are some of your writing obsessions? Like, what are some things in your books that are in every one of your books and you're obsessed with? Do you have anything?
I actually thought about this recently.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anyone has noticed, but I'm quite tall.
I know that, actually.
I don't know if I look tall.
I mean, like, you're sitting down, so
like my hand ratio was
okay.
I'm 5'11".
No way, really? Oh yeah, I like would never have guessed that.
And I'm kind of short for my family. Like most of my aunts and cousins are 6'2".
Oh wow. Okay.
Like the women in my family are tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then one of my sisters is 5'6", and we call her a shorty all the time, even though she's average.
I love that.
But due to that, I think most of my female characters are tall, mainly because I just remember growing up reading YA, and then even like adult, it was always like, I'm so tiny and I had to live with it. And I mean, I'm lucky that I like am white, so I relate to most protagonists, but the height thing, I remember thinking, so like if I was in this world, I'd be far too tall for him.
Yeah.
So I think that's my obsession, and I hate it because I would like to write, but I don't know how to write a short person. I know how to write about bad knees and hitting your head on things, but like,
I love that.
Yeah, so I think that's the only thing that is consistent in all my books, where I have tall women. Oh my gosh, the story, the character that finally like spoke to me was Brienne of Tarth from Game of Thrones.
Okay, I actually haven't seen Game of Thrones.
She's a tall warrior, even though I do think she had like tall, muscular women who were ladylike, or ladies, and they're not always like brute forces. But Brienne, right. I just related so much to her because I was like, oh, it is hard being a woman and being tall.
Yeah, I definitely, like, I'm not tall. I'm like 5'5", so like very average. But literally in so many books, like you said, it's like the main character, they talk about how short they are. And I'm talking like I've read like romance novels and it's like, oh, like 5'2", and I'm like, 5'2"?
He's over 6 foot. And I'm not a jealous person, but I will say in high school, I was always a little bit upset when like the guy who was over 6'2" would always go for like the really tiny girls, because I'm like,
I know.
Like, you have to literally pick them up. And
I know.
It's always
like me and my boyfriend, so I'm like 5'5", he's like 6'1", and like even that is enough of a height difference that like it's not like awkward when we're like standing next to each other, but like if you got much shorter than me, like it would look quite weird, you know? Yeah. And like I'm not saying like you can't do that, but like
I have a friend who's like all like 5 foot, but like kind of teetering on 4'9".
Yeah.
And he's a guy who's 6'4". And I have no idea how, but for Halloween every year, the girl's Tinkerbell and he's Peter Pan.
Oh my god, that's so cute though.
So like, yeah, like I'm totally cool if people are together. I'm just like in high school, I was like, how? Like,
have you seen The Kissing Booth?
No, my sister was asking me about that.
Okay, because you have to look it up and you need to see the height difference. So
I saw that. She showed me a lot of it.
She's literally so tiny, and then the guy is like humongous. Like he's just like huge. Like he's just like a big dude. And like not only is he tall, but like she's so small, and like it just looks like she's standing next to like her dad or something. Like it's I don't know, but
I get that. I know with my friend, she was saying how people would mistake that from the back due to their height difference, and
that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, right. What do? I tend to write like introverted characters. I've talked about this before, but like I write introverted characters all the time. Like I write the like nerdy, introverted, like book smart, like that's just like my thing, and I can't really get away from it.
Sorry, I'm chomping. That's why I'm muting.
Oh no, it's totally fine. But yeah. So anyways, I'm trying to think like what else I do. I don't know, but I mean, I write romance, so like it's all just kind of like tropey and like, you know. But Katie says, maybe this is my own bias, but I also think of I can't talk, Ravenclaws as having creativity as one of their traits. And I think, yeah, totally.
110%. Yes. Thank you, Katie Ann.
Mini glass bottles. Cats up. I love that. That's so cute. I know. I love mini everything. Like mini, like they have like mini jars of like peanut butter and like I just like love it so much. Like give me mini of anything and I will think it's the cutest thing ever.
My favorite is mini jars of jam.
Oh yes. Oh my god.
Different flavors and you can like have a little like, jam tasting rather than like a wine tasting.
Okay, during the next sprint, I'm gonna go get one. I have this like mini jar of like it's for like a cheese board kind of thing, and I also have these like mini bottles of like olive oil and vinegar for like oh I just love it. I love mini bottles of like that's hilarious. But yeah, Sarah says you have a tall personality.
I always wonder what people mean like that. I'm thank you, I guess. Like, does that mean like I have the gentle giant syndrome or like I am tall, I am here. Also look at the span.
Okay, like now that you've like pointed it out, I can only think you're tall. Like I'm just like, how did I not see that before? Right?
Because I want to be short, so I like to make myself look tiny.
I don't know. I totally understand like people like who are tall wishing they like were shorter, but like at the same time, I'm just like I love it. Like
well, I think I wouldn't mind if my growth spurt happened in high school and my growth spurt happened when I was 4/5.
Oh my gosh, really?
Or 11 when I was 5 years old.
Did you say 4'11"? Whoa.
So I was like a foot taller than like my whole class in kindergarten. Like there are photos of me where it looks like someone just enlarged someone in a photo. Like when you're on Photoshop, you're like, just going to make this bigger, but just this one person, everyone else.
Your parents must have like been so fed up with buying new clothes for you.
Yeah, I started wearing my aunt was 20 years older than me, and I just started wearing her clothes in elementary school. And it was so hard shopping because everything had like low dips for women, but like I had to wear grown-up clothes in elementary school because I was too tall for it. So I think that's why I always wanted to be tiny because I never got that adorable kid stage, you know, where everyone's like, oh, look at the cute little kid. Everyone's like, adult in Winnie the Pooh Bear shirts.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, just the way you talk about it is just like making me laugh. Like I totally understand that. That does like that sucks. But I was the opposite. Like I was like the smallest person like in my class, and like I'm not even that short. Like it's not like I'm like under 5 feet or anything. Like I'm taller than my mom and my sister. So but my dad is like just over 6 feet. So like I guess I got a height from him, but like yeah, my mom and my sister are like just hovering around 5 feet.
Oh man. So. Yeah. This is what I'm gonna always write tall girls. We need more. Yeah. And I think Katie Ann is saying that they're also tall.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, I love Brienne for other reasons, Katie Ann. Like, just the tallness was like the exciting moment for me.
Totally.
Brienne of Tarth, favorite Game of Thrones character, hands down. But yeah, being tall is a thing, just like being short is a thing. I think they're both great. I just think we need some more tall females in literature, please.
Yeah, I agree.
Also, Jo March in Little Women is tall, but because the book is called Little Women, they always cast her short. Not
Yeah.
really. It's just like a nickname that their dad gave to them, and it always just bothers me.
Oh my gosh.
Had a tall female protagonist in literature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay. Sorry. That's my rant.
No. I love this. I love this kind of conversation. Like, it's just, yeah. I just like love when you open a book and you just like the protagonist is just someone you can relate to on so many levels. Like, it's just like my favorite thing, which like obviously, but
yeah, no. I mean, it's the best. It's the best.
Gio said I was going to talk about the kissing booth. Yeah, okay. I'm going to look up right now how tall Joey King is. I'm going to guess like 4'11", 5 feet. Like, let's see here. Because she's, and like, okay, let's see. Oh, of course it didn't come up. Let me see here. Height. I think she's 5'4". She's 5'4", and she looks that short next to Jacob Elordi because he's like 6'5", I think, or like 6'4". Yeah. We were watching The Kissing Booth 2 the other night, and we Googled it because I was like, I need to know how tall this guy is because he's just like a skyscraper. And so she's not even that short. She's not even that short. She's 5'4", and like I literally thought she was 4'11" because he's so tall. So.
Oh my gosh.
And like he's supposed to be like a high school student, or he like was, I guess, in the first movie. And like he literally is just this like shredded like giant, and it's like okay. So, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Lead female heroine being a redhead, love interest in dark. Yeah, I have a habit of making my characters like all like look the same too, which is like, but I think it's because you just make characters that are like you because that's what you know. Like I'm like, I know what it's like being a brown-haired, brown-eyed person that's medium height. Like I don't know, you know.
Also, I feel like, at least for like when I was younger, there was this huge stereotype where if the female was blonde, they were popular or on
Totally.
the promiscuous side.
Mm-hmm.
If your character was brunette, they were very studious and introverted. If your character was a redhead, they were wild and fun. And it sucks for everyone who are each of those actual things. So that's something that I always check myself on, where I'm like, am I just like going on with like these stereotypes and like that every like movie in the 90s? I mean, look at Legally Blonde. They like the script, but it was still like.
I freaking love Legally Blonde. I had like not watched it for, I don't know, I think the first time I watched it was like a couple years ago. And then I rewatched it this year, I think, and I just like love it so much. It's just so funny.
I never got into the movie, but I got into the musical.
Oh yeah, I'm not a musical person, but
the songs are great. It's on YouTube for free.
Okay.
MTV put it on YouTube for free.
Well, I might have to check it out then if it's free, because what do you got to lose, right?
Exactly, just your time. But yeah, I feel like, I don't know what type of stories you write, Gio, but with that description, I'm picturing like something like Arthurian type themes. I don't know what. Whenever I hear of a redhead, I always think of like, ooh, Merida. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Love Merida, but yeah.
I like have a thing about like, yeah, the love interest having dark hair and bright eyes. Like I always go with like black or brown hair and like green eyes or like blue eyes. Like that's like my favorite combination because like for me, I'm like, oh my God, my eyes are so boring. Like I'm like, how boring is it to just have like brown hair and brown eyes? So I'm just like, no.
I love brown hair and brown eyes.
Really? I always hated it. Like, I mean, I don't care anymore, but like when I was a kid, I was like, oh, why can't I have like a fun color of eyes?
It's all movies and
Totally.
books of when we were younger, where it was always the same looking type of people.
Yeah.
And I feel like now, like when I talk to my youngest sister, who's 14, her and her friends, they feel so much like more body positivity, like within coloring and like weight and like all that stuff. And I'm like, oh, this is why we need more representation. Like this is awesome.
I think like the one thing that bothers me about brown hair is that it's so much more work if you want to get it colored. Like if I had blonde hair, I could just go in and like pretty much get whatever I wanted done. But like now I'm like, oh my God, like I have to like basically like fry my hair to get it any fun kind of color. So, but, oh well. Carla Lorraine is here. Hello, welcome. Gio made an AuthorTube tag video on writing obsessions. That's fun. I like that. Megan is 5'2". Yeah, that's fair. Carla Lorraine said, how tall are you?
I'm also 5'11".
Yeah, Hudson had mentioned before she's 5'11". I'm 5'5".
So Carla, I feel you. I feel you.
The songs are amazing. And I was supposed to be in Legally Blonde this summer before COVID. Is this like the musical? Like, is the musical new?
It came out when I was in high school.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's been out for a while.
So
I recommend the song "Oh My Gosh," which is the opening song.
Okay.
I said the wrong term of it. And then also "I Am So Much Better." I mean, that song, like, if you're getting down on your writing, just play "I Am So Much Better" from Legally Blonde.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna check it out for sure. Also, just like side note, so I'm like sitting, like there's like a window over here. It is so like snowy outside. It's so windy right now. Like I think it's almost like 50K winds here. And yeah, I literally couldn't sleep last night because it was so loud. Like I think we went to bed at like 10 o'clock and I was up until like midnight just because it was just like blowing against the like building. And it was so freaking loud. And it's calmed down from last night, but like it's snowing and like it's just like this blustery, crazy. Every time I look outside, I'm just like, but anyways, in case anyone's wondering.
That scares me whenever the wind blows. I'm always like, are we going down today?
I know. And like this building, so like the place that we used to live, it was a lot different and like it was a townhouse instead of an apartment. So it was kind of more like freestanding than this is. And like I swear it would like shake sometimes. And like this place doesn't do that because it's an apartment, but you know, so let us know what you want to do for the next sprint here, guys. I'm thinking like 20 or 25, but I'm reading, so like I can do longer sprints. So if that's too long for you guys, you know.
I love long sprints.
Great. Well, that's good. Perfect then. We'll do a long one. Yeah, so let us know, 20, 25, whatever you guys think, and or whatever, some crazy number you guys come up with, because I know some of you guys like to do that. But what else did Gio say? I write many different genres. Work in progress, dystopian fantasy, royalty. Oh yeah, right, the royalty aspect of it. Yes.
Okay. So like my vision in my head, Gio, was like close. Okay, I'm really excited to like hear more about your story now because I'm like,
dark hair, dyeing it. Oh, that's totally fair. Yeah. So like definitely I don't really even have a hair texture. Like so I straighten my hair, but if it's just like poof, like I don't actually have like people will be like, oh, is your hair curly or is it straight? I'm like, it's nothing. Like it's just but so I don't have to worry about that for sure. But that's such a good point. Yeah.
I feel so bad. I mean, I can't really do much either now, but I remember in high school, me and my friends would dye our hair, and then
Like just at home?
what?
Like just at home, like box dye? Yeah.
We would buy bleach from Walgreens.
Oh my
Bleach
God.
our hair, very unhealthy. It all fell out. But
Your hair actually fell out?
a couple of times. But I remember like my friends who are African American, like we just bought extensions and like we would braid it in.
Okay.
Because, I mean, if it killed our hair, like, that was
yeah. I have pretty dry hair too, just like in general. So like if I was to go, I really want to get my hair dyed like silver, like a silver like ombre kind of thing. But it would have to get bleached a lot, and I'm just like really scared of damaging it. So I've gotten highlights in my hair before. I don't have any right now, but like I have, but I've never dyed it. So
you have to remember when I was in high school, Katy Perry had yet to dye her hair a weird color, which the second Katy Perry dyed her hair an unnatural color, it became socially acceptable. And I cut out my unnatural color a week before Katy Perry went public with her natural hair dye.
Oh my gosh.
Job. So like if you went to the hairdresser, most likely they wouldn't do that to your hair because it was only like the really alternative punk scene groups would do that.
Totally.
And that wasn't acceptable, or at least in where I lived. So you can do it in the bathroom. Like I remember my aunt dyed it for my first time when I was 16, and then I went to a Walgreens and they followed me around because they were like,
oh my gosh,
every time.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm just like I have like a thing like about my hair because when I was younger, I don't even know how old I was, but like I think I was like a teenager-ish. But like young teenager, I like cut my hair short and like not like I don't know, like here, like I don't know, it was too short. Looked terrible. And now I like have this thing that I just can't cut my hair like much past where it is because I just like I want to do something with my hair, but I know that it doesn't look good short, and I like can't let myself do that again. And but I mean, I was also like 12 or 13, so it's like I didn't know how to like style it or do anything with it, so like that was an issue too. And then
that is the thing. I would love hold on, I'll try to find my senior photo.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I didn't have my hair fully dyed. I just had a strip because I was obsessed with Avril Lavigne.
Okay.
I don't look anything like myself. Oh gosh. Okay.
I'm so excited.
I don't. There is a vast difference of how I look at my senior photo versus me now. So I do recognize that. Okay.
Whoa.
I was really seen in high school for like a couple years, so I wore a lot of makeup.
Yeah, you must have spent a fortune on eyeliner, hey?
Well, I was in musical theater, so I already had it on hand.
Yeah, you had the stuff. That was amazing.
I was terrible at taking off makeup. So what I would do is I would sleep in my stage makeup. Terrible for your skin. Don't do it. And then I would just like reapply the black eyeliner.
I love it. I don't have like any cool stories like that. I love when people have such a drastic change like that because it's like so interesting to see. Like I love that.
And then after that, all my underneath was pink for a while.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So is this your natural hair color?
Yes. Yeah. But it went brown when I was 12. Before that, I was blonde. I was like white blonde.
I also find that super interesting. Like my mom was like that. I think she had like blonde hair when she was a kid, and now it's like dark as mine. And I'm like, how does that happen? Puberty hit.
I guess. I've heard puberty pregnancy and menopause change your hair color or your hair texture?
I know. I've heard texture is like a really big thing, and it's like as if you needed another like horrifying thing about having a kid is the fact that it like can ruin your hair after. Like I know that your hair looks really good while you're pregnant. I've heard that, and I've seen it on people. Like they're just because like even if you can't really tell that they're pregnant, like their hair is just like so beautiful.
Mm-hmm. See, like that's how blonde.
Oh my God, you're so cute.
I was 3 and I was already that tall. So
yeah. Oh
yeah. I was a very blonde kid till I was 12.
Megan says they dyed their hair when they were younger.
Megan.
Gio says Merida describes their main character pretty well. All right. Mom and sister were blondes, then redheads, dark brown, changed in the summer. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Mine gets a little bit like red in the sun. Like I have some like red in it. But I also like am starting to get gray hair, and like that's scary because I'm like gonna be 23 and I'm just like, where is this coming from? I saw my mom like a little while ago and she kept like looking at me and I was like, what are you looking at? Like, do I have something like on my face? And she was like, is that like, and I'm like, yeah, that's gray hair. And she was like, oh my God.
I got my first one at 23 too.
Oh, twinsies.
And I think there's a lot of it here.
That's fair.
But I really want to have long silver hair, like a witch, so that way only the cool neighborhood kids approach me when I'm older. And by cool, I mean like the weird ones. Like they're the cool ones to me.
Yeah. I get that. Yeah, I like have an obsession right now with dyeing my hair silver.
I'm just waiting until there's more natural before I do it.
True.
Because this doesn't last forever, so I'm gonna enjoy the brown for a while. Then
that's fair.
Silver.
I just haven't done anything with my hair in so long, and other than like trims, and I'm like, I need a change, and like I don't know. So we'll see. I'm too much of a wuss, I think, to do it though. I'll never commit.
Yes, I wasn't a cool theater kid, nor was I like one of the best. I later on realized I should have been a writer. That's why I loved theater. But no, I love musical theater. I grew up on it. So
that like definitely not explains, but like that definitely fits with your like the fact that you like classics too. Like that definitely is a very like it meshes together very well.
First musical I saw, I was 6 months old, and it was Oliver Twist.
Oh my gosh.
There was no going modern.
That's cute. But I love that.
Do you know what your favorite musical is? Before after our sprints.
We'll start the sprint really soon.
What?
We'll start the sprint really soon.
But no, I love hearing people's favorite musicals. I don't know. I grew up on them. The only part I was somewhat good at was ad-libbing and tap dancing. Like
Did your parents like musical theater? Like did they like expose you to that, or?
My dad hates it.
Oh.
He was super supportive, but like he's one of the type of people who would never go see a professional musical.
Right.
But he was always there for mine. Like,
like
one of those like, oh, I hate this.
Yeah.
But except for he loves the ABBA musical and Spamalot and Jersey Boys. Jersey Boys is his all. I mean, I think it's surprisingly one of the best. But my mom was never did musical theater, but she grew up loving watching the films and going to plays, and her mom was really into seeing them. And her mom was a model in New York, so my grandma.
Oh my gosh.
She got to like see a lot of Broadway shows. I've never been to New York, so I have never seen a single Broadway show.
You want to go? Is that like no?
I would love to see a Broadway show, but cities stress me out. I'm very claustrophobic in cities.
That's fair.
So yeah, I don't know. My parents are really into the arts though, because my dad was in a band growing up. Like both my parents are artists in some way. So and at a young age, my dad realized I would never. Okay, here they call it soccer, but we call it football in my family.
Okay, so soccer though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once he realized I was not good at that, they just like pushed me into theater because they were like, okay, she'll get her exercise from dancing,
Oh my
and
gosh.
that and all that stuff.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna read this last comment before I start this sprint. But Gio said if I need a change, I should get wispy bangs. Okay, no. I look like a child. And if I get bangs, I look like 5 years younger. I had bangs.
So when you're 30, get them.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'm just not a person that looks good with bangs. I look so terrible. And I do not have the skill to like trim them myself. And I don't go to the hairdresser enough to upkeep bangs. I do not ever, Hudson, if I ever tell you I'm thinking about getting bangs, literally slap me because like I cannot. I look back, I have some pictures of me with like side oh, we don't even want to talk about it. It's so bad.
I also look terrible with a fringe, so I completely understand. I almost got them this week.
Oh my god.
Because I was like, well, because I really want to have like a curtain.
Okay.
I do not look good at them at all. So but lockdown was getting to me.
Yeah.
Just cut them, but I didn't.
I spent most of my childhood with bangs. Like straight with like a little middle oh, it was terrible. I looked awful. I'm a little traumatized, so not enough though, apparently, because I got bangs when I was like 18 or 19. So okay. Anyways, all right. Let's start the sprint. 25 minutes. I just had coffee and I'm just kind of like hyped. But I need to read. So
I need to actually write.
Writing during a live stream, Hudson, what are you talking about? We don't do that here. All right, let's set this up. What did I say we're doing? 25 minutes? That's long, guys. That's a long sprint.
Time. Everyone write down your favorite musical in the comments.
Yes, do that. Let Hudson know, because
I'll give you top 3 because I know it's hard to like. I hate when someone asks me what's your favorite in something, and I'm like, there are genres.
Oh my gosh, yeah. There's just like ones that you can't compare to each other, right?
Yeah. So I'll give you top 3. I'll give everyone top 3.
Okay. Yes. Let Hudson know in the comments, and we'll discuss when we get back. But everybody, happy writing. We will see you in 25 minutes. So that is the end of our second sprint. For anybody who just arrived, yes, we've been streaming for an hour and 30 minutes and we're only on our second sprint, but it's fine.
I'm so
No, it's totally fine. It's great. This happens all the time. Like it's honestly hilarious. How did you do?
I did pretty well. I got a story idea.
Okay.
It spans over 100 years. So I have no idea how to write this. Like whatsoever. So I'm literally just like plotting down all the points I know chronologically. Hoping that, I don't know, like maybe it's like the Night Circus where there are different storylines in different years happening and then it all comes together. Maybe it's like with a vampire where it's just someone like chronicling this.
I love that.
I don't know. I have no idea how to tell this story, but I know it. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Well, that's exciting. Better Days are here. Hello. Haley is here. Haley majored in theater in college.
Nice. I did not.
What did you major in?
My focus was on English literature and anthropology. So very much an introvert.
Nice. Yeah.
Like even within like the social histories, it was like, let's go with the introverted one. Let's not go out there into the fields. Let's just like sit at home.
Yeah. I feel that. Yeah, I just don't look good at bangs. Stop saying that because like now I'm like thinking about it and like that is unacceptable.
It's a tough one. Also, the other thing that keeps me from getting them is I always tell myself when someone randomly gets them, you know something is wrong in their life and you don't want people to know. You don't want people to think that. It always happens during like a breakup or like they go through like a midlife crisis. For me, it was just lockdown. So I feel like a lot of people are going to be getting them just lockdown in general. But
totally
that's keeping me strong. You got to let your enemies know that you're not weak.
The only reason that I'm like 1% considering them is because I'm watching Pretty Little Liars and I like love Spencer. I talked about this on another stream, and then in like season 7 she has bangs and like I just like want to be her. I love her.
But if I think who I think is Spencer, she the one who has the older sister who's like husband she sleeps with? You kind of look like
Oh my god. Okay, so somebody said that on my other stream and like that just makes me so happy because like I literally freaking love her. She's also married to Patrick J. Adams, who is Mike Ross from Suits. I don't know.
The only reason why I know that storyline is because my friends were obsessed with Pretty Little Liars when they were airing. And I remember looking it up just to see what they were. And you look like.
Yeah. So, anyways, I just like love her, and so maybe.
Just remember, don't let your enemies know that you're weak.
Yeah, I think I might just dye my hair instead. Okay, here we go. We got the musicals.
Okay, I've only seen Mamma Mia. No, I actually think I did see Rock of Ages once, but like it was when I was like in middle school. It was like a professional production, but I don't fully remember because that was a century ago. Rent I have never seen, and I just think that's like the inner hipster in me who's like so sick of that 525,600 that song. Never mind, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna sing on the internet, but I do really love Take Me or Leave Me. So I know I should watch it. It was just everyone auditioned with Rent in my theater group, and I was like, I'm not gonna see this now.
Oh, okay.
Hadestown. I really want to see that done because I'm very impressed, but I haven't seen it. So, but I want it. That's the weird thing about musicals. You can love a musical and never see it. It's a weird thing. But I love Mamma Mia because I am British/European. Well, I'm not European anymore. I'm British, and every good respecting European loves ABBA.
Okay.
It is a thing.
I've never heard of this one. I've at least heard of Mamma Mia.
I have not seen Man of La Mancha, but I think I've heard of it. I think the local theater group did it, but I just hadn't seen it. My top 3 though, I thought about this long and hard.
Okay.
This one is a very bad musical, and I recognize it's not a strong musical, guys, but Little Women. I just like the writer in me and just loving Little Women, the book and the film. I love the musical. And you know what? There's so many good powerhouse songs about writing a book that you just need to sing sometimes.
That's great. Yeah.
And then Singing in the Rain.
Okay.
Never mind everything else. There's too many. For different reasons. Never mind. This is hard. Oh, funny thing happened on the way to the forum. Great musical. That one is hilarious. That one, highly recommend. It's either Greek or Roman, like based in ancient Greece or ancient Rome. I forget. Mm-hmm. And you just don't see musicals like in that time era, but I highly recommend it.
That sounds interesting.
Oh, Megan said what it's, yeah, okay. That's probably where I've heard it from, because I have, I do know the book. Okay.
Nicole is here. Hello. And the Unwanted Book Club. Still working on a witch fantasy. Trying to use these sprints for reading. Hey, that's what I'm doing too. Not reading my own work, but
what are you on for your book that you are reading?
I am on page 264. So the tracking is like really easy today because I like started this book today. Mm-hmm. So like instead of having to like, do any kind of calculations, it's literally like, oh, I'm on this page and this is how many pages I've read today. So yeah, I made it really easy on myself.
There she is.
Is that your cat?
Sorry, she was meowing, but I couldn't see her. Aww. And I was like, where are you? But you were getting close. You're over halfway because you only have to.
I am.
This, right?
Yeah, and it's like a 24-hour thing too. So I started at 7 this morning, and so I usually get up around 5, and there's the time change tonight. So I will definitely be getting up that early. So if I don't finish the 500 by the time I go to bed tonight, I'll have 2 hours in the morning.
I think you got this.
I think I will. I think I'll finish by tonight. Like this book is just so good. Like I can't even handle it. It's just, like I was telling Sarah, so I've been tracking like how many words, pages, Brooke, pages I've been reading like in an hour. So I started this morning and I like tracked my first hour, and that's what I was going to base it off of. So I read 64 pages in an hour, and I was like, okay. So then I was like, oh my God, it's going to take me like 8 hours to read 500 pages. But then the next hour I read 70 and then 80. And then I was like, okay, so this isn't going to be as bad as I thought it was.
I mean, I read the whole first book yesterday.
Yeah, that's like, what is it? It's under 400, I think.
I did it on the Kindle because I borrowed it from the library Kindle way.
Okay, it's basically exactly 400 pages. That's impressive.
I'm either the fastest reader or the slowest reader. And has nothing about the book. It's just like, depends on the mood I'm in. Like North and South.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Gaskell. It's written in the Victorian era. Absolutely loved that book. Loved every ounce of that book. I read it in 2 months because I was just like savoring each moment reading it. So like I can either read it in a day or in 2 months.
I feel that, but for me, it definitely depends. So it's two things. It's the mood I'm in, because like sometimes I'm incapable of reading. Like I'll read like one page and then I'm just like, no, I'm done. Which was pretty much me like all of October. This has been on my TBR for the entire month of October, and it's the 31st today. And the second thing, yeah, is just like if I enjoy it, like, but
yeah.
Okay, so someone on Instagram is doing this super cool thing, and I like want to do this, and I don't know how, but like I'm gonna figure it out somehow. So they have been collecting, so specifically for Throne of Glass, they have been collecting annotated versions from their like booktube friends. So they got like a bunch of people to like annotate. So like they got one person to do Throne of Glass, one person to do what am I talking about? One person to do the second one, and like yeah, for sure. I think Hudson is having What happened?
A live bird in
A
her.
bird?
She has a live bird in her mouth.
What?
Monroe? Oh gosh, okay. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay, well, while Hudson deals with that is very concerning. I'm so sorry. So there's someone on Instagram who is collecting annotated versions of these books from their like booktube friends, and I thought it was the coolest thing. Like, how cool is that to have a copy of a book where someone has written in it and tabbed it, and like I've tabbed a lot of mine, but anyway, so I just thought it was a cool thing. So the Unwanted Book Club said to read all 4 library books in time. Well, that's exciting. I haven't been to the library in so long. Feel bad going, I want to just pick one and read the whole thing at once. Yeah, true. I know. I got library books in February, and then like the libraries like closed down here, and I didn't return the books until like a month or 2 ago. It was crazy. I had them for so long because like they just closed everything down. Carla Lorraine doing laundry, cleaning, but we'll finish prep later. Oh, I'm glad that we're keeping you company. Your Nano project is a hybrid sci-fi urban fantasy with royalty aspects. That's super fun. I love that. I am I'm a big fantasy reader, so cats bringing birds to their owners is a love offering. Yeah, it's funny, I didn't realize that Hudson's cat was like an outdoor cat. So when she said she had a bird, I was like, where did the bird come from? We're gonna have to follow up on this, because I was not aware that the cat even went outside. So but I feel like that's like the only explanation for how it would have a bird. I don't know. But yeah, we used to have, when I lived with my parents, we had 2 cats, and they were always getting into trouble. They, as cats do. But let us know what kind of pets you guys have. I love hearing about other people's pets, because I don't have any right now and I miss them. Oh my gosh, a baby rabbit. That is so sad. That makes me so sad. But I mean, like, it happens. But yeah, let me know what you guys are working on for Nano. I am not really doing Nano this year. I participated in camp in July, and then I was super stoked to do Nano this month, or in November, so like tomorrow, but it just isn't happening. October was just, October was rough, and I just don't want to be starting a new project, so I'm just going to be finishing the first draft of my current work in progress, and I'm not really participating in Nano. I'm going to cheer everybody else on, though. So the bunny lived. Okay, well, that's the main thing. When I was younger, cat brought in a bird. I was trying to keep the bird alive. Aw, well, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's sad. I mean, but it does happen, unfortunately. But we had our dog used to go after snakes in the yard, and I mean, like, it's hard to feel bad for snakes. Like you feel bad for birds because, you know, they're just not there. It's not really the same thing, but it was weird. It was a funny thing because like usually snakes are super fast, but the dog definitely caught a couple snakes and I was pretty impressed. So, oh yeah, that's exactly what I said. Oops, sorry. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do another sprint because we're kind of just like approaching the 2 hour mark here, and that was kind of my goal. I still have a lot of reading to do today, and as productive as this has been, it is easier to read kind of in like hour stints instead of 25 minutes. So I think this is probably gonna be it for the sprints, but I would love to hang out and chat for sure. So whatever thoughts you guys have, let me know and we can chat. So more on Nano, I guess. Like I was 100% planning on doing Nano. It was going to be my first one ever and I was like so stoked, but I was just so stuck when I was trying to plot my novel. Are you back?
No, Monroe, stop.
What happened?
Hold on, we're coming back. Hi. I'm wearing shorts, but
is this your kitty?
So I know they're a gift of love, and like we make sure that she knows that we love her for it. But oh my gosh, so,
I think you might have a feather on your shoulder. Other one.
there are feathers everywhere. So where I was sitting was in the attic.
Mm-hmm.
And she brought it all the way inside and up into the attic. So that's why I was freaking out. I was like,
yeah,
flying around the room.
And, oh my gosh. This is incredible.
And so I was like, oh gosh, I need to get this bird out. It's not like it's dead and she's bringing it to. That would be a whole different story. But this is a live bird flying around because she brought it up in her mouth, let it go because she loves to torture. It's like her favorite thing. Oh gosh. And then Henry came upstairs and we were like trying to like get the bird outside. And so that I was holding the cat. You couldn't see this, but I was like right next to the computer. And then the bird decided to fly right to the cat. So that it was like a game of badminton was happening.
Oh my gosh.
And Henry's still taking care of it upstairs. But we're laughing. I mean, I feel bad for the bird and I feel bad. She's so pissed.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's like really pissed. Hold up.
I bet, yeah. Oh, look at her tail go. Oh yeah, she mad.
Hey, are we good friends? Yeah, we're good. You have feathers all in your mouth and all on your belly.
Is your cat like an indoor or outdoor?
Yes. Oh, what?
Getting gloves.
Hi, you're on the internet.
Hi, I'm on gloves. God, I look horrible.
Is the bird still upstairs?
Yeah. I'm trying to look for gloves.
Okay, I think we might just end the stream here. No, we're almost at 2 hours anyways, so I mean we can just chat. But I hope you guys all had a great time. This has been very entertaining, in my opinion. So, I mean, and I don't really think it gets much better. But yeah, everybody, good luck on Nano. There is going to be a Nano kickoff party thing happening tomorrow on Brie Bonomo's channel. So if you guys want to check that out, I will be there, so of course you should come. Hudson, I can't remember if you're part of that or not. Yeah, okay. We have so many things going on right now that I can't remember anything.
And then next weekend as well, right? You're part of that.
Yeah, next weekend, like Autumn Ashley is hosting like a big write-a-thon. So it's gonna go for 2 days. I don't know. It's spanning a long time.
Friday through Sunday, there are 3 live sprints each day on a different person's channel. Autumn made a really great video talking through who's hosting when. So
yeah. Definitely go check it out, and it's gonna be so much fun. So good luck, everybody, on Nano, and I will hopefully be posting a video on Monday. So I'll see you there. Bye.